Welcome to the Graph Espresso, where you get your fresh brew of the graph news, fast, focused, and fun. This show is produced by Pinax. We're a core leading indexer on the graph, and we also run all our own bare metal servers and provide hosting services for cutting-edge technology like Firehose and Substreams and RPC nodes on both the decentralized graph protocol and directly to yet-to-be-onboarded chains. Visit pinax.network for all your on-chain data needs today and sign up for our newsletter to stay informed about all things Pinax and all the chains we onboard to the decentralized graph protocol. My name is Steph. This is Chris. Cheers, Chris. And we're pumped to bring you some exciting graph updates today. Hey, Chris, nice to see you again. It's been a little bit. Nice to see you in this intergalactic graph cafe. How you been?
Hey, we had a lovely family vacation to visit some palm trees and sunshine. We survived the solar eclipse, and then an unnamed plague just swept through the house. But we survived. We're back and gearing up for summer.
All right. Sounds like your household has more ups and downs than crypto. Well, glad you survived the unnamed plague. Now let's dive into this week's content, shall we? All right, community comments is our first section of the day. It highlights the latest activities in the Graph Fam and recaps various community events. So, Chris, what highlights do you have for us today?
Sunrise Upgrade Program is the hot topic right now. This community has some incredible content producers, and Sunrise channels that creativity into waves of fresh content each week. There's also missions for the devs in the community, so no matter what your skill set, you have homework. There's a lot of GRT at stake, so start completing those missions.
The Graph ecosystem is buzzing with activity, and today I personally want to highlight two such events. First of all, I'll go deeper into the Sunrise Upgrade program and also talk about the German telecommunication giant called Telekom. So first up, in regards to the Sunrise program, I actually signed up this week and already did some of the easier social media-based missions. There's also dev-based missions that I'm not going to be participating in. But overall, there's lots of fun, varied missions for the community to do, regardless of what your strength is, and you can earn GRT in the process. There's a video that goes deeper into the details, a little 10-minute video here. You can find links to that video in the show notes below, along with all the other links to all the other content we're featuring today. And yeah, I think this is a great community-led social media initiative. I'm looking forward to seeing the impact it will have leading up to June 12th, which is a big date. That's when the Graph sunset the hosted data services and enters the era of the sunrise of decentralized data. As for Telekom, they recently featured the Graph in their Fact Friday series. For those of you who don't know, Telekom has been getting more involved in Web3 and especially with the Graph. On top of that, I'm very excited to announce Hacken Heights, which is a Berlin Blockchain Week event featuring a rooftop kickoff event at the Telekom building in Berlin and also a week-long hackathon. All of this is organized by Pinax and Telekom for the benefit of the Graph protocol, of course, as well as our other event and hackathon partners such as Chainlink Labs, Plurality Network, and Tsunami.io. So I'm personally, obviously, super excited for this event. I'm going to be there in person. Make sure to come say hi to our Hacken Heights kickoff event, or come say hi during other Berlin Blockchain Week events. So whether you're a blockchain developer, technology entrepreneur, or curious enthusiast, this online hackathon is the perfect venue for you to expand your Web3 knowledge and flaunt your skills in decentralized data, which is the theme of this event and hackathon. Secure your spot for the Telekom Rooftop Kickoff event on May 21st. It's free. Sign up in the links below, as well as the Hacken Heights online hackathon. So Pinax is putting up a $1,000 bounty up for grabs in the hackathon for the best project using Substreams and Substreams-powered subgraphs while competing in this hackathon. In total, there's $6,000 USD worth of bounties up for grabs, and the winner also gets a shot at a $125,000 investment from Tsunami. All right, our next segment here, the Galactic News Brews, where we review major graph announcements as well as mentions in the Web3 space.
The Sunray phase of Graph Rising is complete, and now we're moving into phase 2, which is called Sunbeam. Almost 1,000 subgraphs have already migrated to the decentralized network, which currently supports 45 different networks and chains. There is a free query plan for entry-level users, and now you can pay for it with a credit card. Subgraph devs are on the clock to move these over before the date of June 12th to ensure continued service. Upgrading is quick, painless, easy. It's a simple thing to do. So make it happen and make sure you take advantage of that free query plan.
All right, in the Technical Telescope, that's where we give a high-level introduction to technical innovations happening in the graph ecosystem. This week, we're talking about the huge news. The Firehose integration is now included in new Geth releases.
Yeah, we often hear the analogy of selling shovels to gold miners, but why just sell shovels when you can build the railroads that both the miners and the shovels are using to move? This integration just moves the graph a little bit farther down the tech stack. Love to see it. Excellent news.
Yeah, this is really great news, Chris. And I found a nice highlight thread that I want to read now because it very clearly explains the power of Firehose. So if you're not too sure exactly what's so great about Firehose, take a look at this short thread, but very informative. So this is from GraphOps. Starts off, obviously, by congratulating Graph Protocol and Streaming Fast for this Firehose Geth integration, which means that support for Geth-derived blockchains, support for Firehose is now available without any custom instrumentation. So that's really, really important. They go on to say, Firehose is so powerful because it decouples blockchain data from the node that produces it. Once the data has been extracted into Firehose flat files, these can be read in parallel at wire speeds to power historical indexing and streaming data workloads. Firehose can be consumed directly as a stream and also has integrations with Substreams, which is Graph Protocol Parallelized Data Transformation Pipeline, and GraphNode, allowing subgraphs to index data processed by Firehose and Substream. So if you want to learn more about this, if you want to understand what I just said, there's lots more links that you can dive into here to learn more. And, in the links in the show notes below is also full of great content. There's also our blog at blog.pinax.network that features new content every week, features all sorts of content from beginner introductions to a lot of these concepts that we're talking about today, to more expert deep dives in specific concepts for those hardcore devs that really want to learn all about Substreams and Firehose and other graph-related technologies. All right, next up on the list here is a nice article from Streaming Fast called Building a Decentralized Brain with AI and Crypto. So in case you missed it, make sure to read this article. It makes a strong case for the graph and for GeoBrowser as leading the way for decentralized knowledge graphs to power a more trusted AI.
Yeah, we hear a lot about AI and the various crypto protocols involved, but this blog is a concrete blueprint for how the graph would merge AI and human input to enable accurate online data searches. It's a game-changing development. If you do find the blog post a little intimidating, GRTIQ released a special episode that captures the essence of this concept. Good listen.
All right, in this next segment called the Graph Universe Expansion New Chain Spotlight, we highlight the chain-agnostic nature of the graph and discuss multi-chain collaboration. Today's highlights include Bitcoin, Mode, and X-Layer. So I'm personally a big Bitcoin fan, and the fact that my company is enabling people to be able to build on Bitcoin is incredible to me. So that's a dream come true. And so I was very proud to write up this tweet in honor of the Bitcoin Halving Day and the fact that Bitcoin is now available on the Graph Protocol. So, the tweet goes a little something like this. We're proud to be one of the many great indexers currently serving historical Bitcoin data through the decentralized protocol. Querying data from the king of the blockchain world has never been easier. #Graph Rising.
Bitcoin is a rapidly expanding space for builders, and I'm excited to see what happens there. Lots happened there over the last year. Mode and XLayer also recently joined the party. Just illustrates that the Graph is all about integrating with devs regardless of where they're building, on chains big or small. The Pinax team is here to help new chains navigate that integration process. So reach out to us on Twitter or through our website at pinax.network to find out what we offer, what we can do. And while you're there, sign up for our newsletter. Make sure you stay up to date on what chains we are onboarding next.
Next up, we have the Extra Shot, where we take a look at the bigger Web3 picture and how it relates to the Graph. And today, I want to highlight a nice tweet from Yash Bora, who went through over 6,000 tweets from the Graph protocol, going back all the way to June 5th, 2018, and highlighted some of the most iconic ones. So whether you were here in 2018 and you want to go on a memory, stroll down memory lane, or maybe you weren't and you want a glimpse into what it was like for the Graph back then, take a look at this thread. A lot of great content, great, historical perspective to be gained. Nice work to Yash Bora for this tweet thread. All right, here we are at the Stellar Wrap-Up where we preview upcoming events. But before that, we want to let you know about our Chinese content. That's right, our Chinese Bilibili channel, like YouTube, is now up to nearly 30 Pinax videos with quality, human-translated closed captions. So it's a great resource about Firehose and Substreams that we want to share with the Chinese community. So if you know someone in that community, share them this content. There's not all that much actual Chinese-based Graph content. We have a team in China, and we're happy for them to be able to translate all of the great content we do for the English-speaking world in Chinese and maybe even beyond eventually. So as far as Pinax, as far as for events, Pinax is going to be really busy over the next few weeks and months as we hit up many of the biggest blockchain conferences in the world. Of course, I'm very personally excited for the Berlin Blockchain Week as it's in late May, and it's the first crypto conference that I will attend since COVID. At the same time as our Berlin event, Pinax has some people out in Montreal for a Bitcoin conference, spreading the good word about Firehose and Substreams to all those builders on Bitcoin. And then we got ETH Prague coming up in early June, the Future Conference in Toronto in August, and probably more events sprinkled throughout the summer and beyond. So it's going to be a fantastic summer. If you're planning on attending any of these events, make sure to reach out to us or find us out there. If you see a red firefighter helmet at your crypto conference and you're wondering what's going on, where's the fire? There's no fire. That's just Pinax out there spreading the good word about the Firehose technology. So you see a firefighter helmet, you come say hi. Maybe we'll hand you some free Pinax Pro plans while we're at it. All right, so that's it for us today. If you enjoyed the content, if you're a supporter of the Graph Protocol, please leave a like, subscribe to this channel, and we'll see you again soon.
You ready for summer? Get those sunglasses.
Yes, sir. Let's go.